Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John and this is Timberborn. Okay, we are on day 2 of the bad tide. Everything is going fine for the moment. We've got no contamination anywhere. We've got a little bit of water left around the place. This has just dried up, so we'll shut these water pumps off because we don't need them running right now. There we go. Whoops. Okay, over here we've got our reservoir. We've got our 4 pumps over here supplying us with water. And as they drain this, these ones on the lower level here will be revealed, and we'll be able to put beavers in there and get pumping water out of those as well. I've currently just got them left on so that when the water does drop, beavers will automatically come and man those buildings. Over here, I'm starting to put in some explosives. I'm just going to bring all of this down, well, bringing this down 1 level to start with, and then we'll bring it down 3. Yeah, I'm going to need to do the same here, because we don't really want a lump sticking out necessarily. So we'll get 3 on there, but we are going to need to be able to get down into that. There we go. That will be fine. I'll bring a path up just because. Okay, so we're starting to lay these in here. So I'll bring these down 1, and then when the 3-tier explosives are all set up, we'll set those off. I'll set these off first so we can obviously make sure we don't get any overspill when the water returns. Yeah, we're just squaring this edge off, and then we'll bring this sort of plateau down in 1. Well, 2 probably. I think that's 6 high. Yeah, that's 6 high, so that'll take 2 lots of explosives. But once this section is taken down, we'll fill this in. Yeah, that's basically where we are. Our sluice system is working. We've adjusted the percentage a little bit, so hopefully this will close a bit more quickly. Yeah, hopefully. Okay. Our tubeways are in and working. We do need to think about expanding them. We're basically connected from over here to here to here to here. It might be useful to have a connection over here as well. It looks... So I was just checking to see if they'll... Yeah. It looks like they can go straight in and out of a station without leaving the station, as it were. I thought there might be an issue there, but apparently not. They can go straight through. That's good. I was just being paranoid there. So in theory, I could split it off over here, or I could just connect it to the back of this station and come straight out and up this way. Coming out here would bring us along there. I suppose we could just drop right down into there and then back up here, couldn't we? Yeah, we'll do the explosives first, and then we'll think about connecting that up with the tubeway. In terms of food, we're doing absolutely fine. This additional planting area over here is providing us with a few more cassavas and a few kohlrabis as well. So that should help with the sort of the basic food stuff. We have a decent stock of fermented cassavas now, which is nice. That might have solved our supply problem with those lower tier foods. But we'll see. They do like their fermented cassavas. They tend to eat that one fairly quickly, as opposed to the sort of higher tier rations. So definitely worth having a decent stock of that. Okay, for the moment then, I'm going to spin on. I'm going to let them get these explosives laid in. We'll get everything ready to go. We can bring this point down first. There we go. And I guess we can bring this one down as well. There we go. Right. So The next lot will bring everything down to this level. In theory. Oh no, the next lot will bring this top section down. Then we'll need to lay in tier 3 explosives on there. And then we can bring it all down. Okay. Okay. Yes. We will spin onto those explosives already then. It shouldn't take too long. We have plenty in stock. Don't have a huge amount of bad water, but we are still pumping. We're doing okay for extract at the moment. We do have our centrifuge on. Okay, we should be alright. We might be alright. We'll see what happens. Day 17 then. We've got about 9 days left of the drought. We're around halfway through. We're doing okay. We've still got 3.3 thousand water, 2,700 food. We're doing all right for food and water. Resources-wise, we're okay. We're slowly building up a stock of metal blocks again. Slowly being the operative word. We're full on treated planks. We're full on gears. Regular planks. Yeah, we're slowly building up a stock of those again as well. Our explosives and extract aren't doing as great as I would perhaps like, but we are using quite a lot of it over here, laying in these explosives in this section. We should probably just about have enough. We might need a few more explosives, but our explosives factory, if we come up here, is on and producing explosives. The centrifuge is on and producing extract, so we should be okay. Obviously, we're still draining plenty of bad water from the source over here. We haven't quite drained enough from this reservoir to uncover these buildings, but I mean, it's not going to be long. Yeah, we are right on the edge of that overhang there, so not overhang, that plateau there. So yeah, it's already starting to recede around the edges, so any minute now these will become available, and we'll get a boost to our water pumping, so that's good. Yeah, we're doing absolutely fine. I'm just kind of letting this play through and get this done, ideally by the end of the bad tide, but I don't think that's going to be the case. We're not going to have the explosives and the extract to get rid of the next section. No, we're not. What we'll do is we'll set this off and drop this down, and then we'll bring a ladder down, or a set of steps down onto that layer. But I don't think we're going to be putting in the explosives just yet. We'll probably turn our attention elsewhere. Oh, there we go. Our water pumps down here are now available, so that should help us boost our water stocks a little bit. Yeah. I do think getting a Tubeway station out here... See, I remembered Tubeway. Getting a Tubeway station out here is probably a decent idea. Where are we? It's in piles and structures, isn't it? Yeah. So popping in a Tubeway station, perhaps there. And then using the Tubeway to connect up into the back of this one is probably the best way to do it. Yeah, probably. What do we need for a Tubeway station then? Metal blocks, yeah. Gears and planks. Alright, well, gears and planks we're okay for, but the metal blocks we need a few more. So we'll not do that just yet. We do have, I say, plenty of scrap metal in storage. So that should be alright. Yeah, we just need a few more metal blocks. Alright, we'll wait until after the bad tide before we set that up then, I think. That'll give us a chance to build up a few more of those resources. And also gives a chance to actually get this all laid in. Okay, yeah. Still got some water in this reservoir. How much have we got? About a tile? Yeah, it looks like about a tile left. Yeah. So this is almost certainly going to dry up within the next sort of 3 or 4 days, I would think. We're not pumping out of here, so this is just evaporation. It's lasted all right. It's also going to probably disappear within the next 3 or 4 days. But that's fine. We've got our hydration points, keeping most of our crops here and most of our trees here alive. There we go, that's the end of the bad tide. Fresh water has returned. In theory this should switch over. Yes it has, excellent stuff. And that should start filling up our reservoir again. Brilliant. With the explosives there, we took out a bit more than a tile since these were activated. So that's not too bad, that's pretty good. And obviously this will give us a bit more water storage now that we've taken that top layer off. I haven't added any more explosives in here, obviously. We only have 32 in stock. So it's probably going to take us a little while before we can legitimately do those explosives. The water has swapped around over here, so let's switch everything else around. We'll drop that to 50. We'll drop these to 0.85 is probably okay. And we can go about turning all of this stuff on again. Not sure we've got quite enough beavers for it, but we'll have 4 more available once the water in the reservoir rises far enough. So we should have enough to fill all of our spots here. Yeah, we're doing all right. Water-wise, we're absolutely fine. We didn't have a problem running out of water, obviously. Food-wise, we're still doing pretty well. I've put in some additional storage over here for eggplant rations. So we're going to try and build up our stock of those as well. Kohlrabies, I mean, they get eaten as pretty much as soon as they get produced. So, yeah. Building up a stock of fermented cassavas as well, which is good. I might put some more storage over here for those. I'm not going to use a big storage depot for that. Just one of the medium ones. In terms of metal, we're up to 127 metal blocks in storage. So that's probably enough to start looking at this tubeway, isn't it? I think I'll pop the tubeway station in about there. And then we just need to connect it up, don't we? Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to have a solid tubeway come out the back. Like so. And then single tubeways out here. Then I think we need solid tubeways like that. And regular ones can come out like that. We'll need a solid there. Now, do I use a overhang to get across, or do I just get across? I think I'll... no, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Instead of doing that, we'll put a single normal one in there, and then we'll come out that way. And across. And then we'll come out like so. Let's put the solids in there and there. And then solids all the way up the top this way. There we go. And we'll just put standard ones in and chuck it in the side of the station there. All right. So, in theory, they should be able to build from both ends once this tubeway station is up and running. Or at least constructed. We've got the resources to do it, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And then they'll be able to build from either end and in theory, meet somewhere in the middle. Okay, that's that up and running. Right, the water has returned here, so we can turn our pumps on here. What have we got? 3 more beavers, all right. Well, there's 2 going in there. Oh, we've got another one. We've had another berth, so that one can open up as well. And then we might as well close these ones down. For now. And open up these ones. There we go. So the only reason for doing that is to basically sort of concentrate as many workers as possible around this area where we've got more housing. That's my thinking there. Although with the tubeways it doesn't make a lot of difference. Yeah, alright. So, how is everything else going? Absolutely fine, I think. We could possibly do with another scrap metal collector. Might not be a bad idea. There's not a lot of scrap metal left up there. But we do have a bunch over here. What we don't have is storage. So let's get some storage in there. And we'll get a path out. Oops. We don't need that bit on there. And we'll get ourselves... yeah, we don't want food. We want a scavenger flag in there. There we go. Okay, excellent stuff. Right. I'll spin on. There's the bad tide. So we're going to get back-to-back bad tides, are we? All right. Well, we've got 3 days to prepare, so that's not too bad. We're doing pretty well with water in this reservoir here. We've certainly replaced what we took out, so that's fine. Although that has been quite a long period between droughts, which has helped us, or inclement weather, which has helped us. Over here, we're nearly finished connecting up our tubeway. Just need a builder for that one. Just need a builder for that one. So yeah, so just a handful left to do. So that shouldn't take too long at all. We've got the resources still for it. So yeah, that shouldn't take too long to finish off. We're building up a stock of explosives again. Slowly building up a stock of extract, but we'll probably want a bit more of that. What I'm going to do is actually put some storage for extract somewhere down here. I mean, I guess. No, we want storage. There we go. I guess we can just stick it in there, can't we? No reason why not. Where are we? Extract. There we go. Yeah, so we definitely want some over here so we can use it for the explosives, and we're also going to be wanting things like the detailers and things like that over here eventually. I have put some decoration over here. Whoops. So we've got ourselves a campfire and a little bit of decoration and a scratcher over here. So they have at least a little bit of decoration and entertainment. Yeah, we could put a rooftop terrace up here, couldn't we? Let's do that. Where are we? Well-being. Rooftop terrace. Let's stick one on top there. And we can stick a path there. And then... ooh, that's a lot of metal. Don't really want to be using all of our metal. That's 5 metal. Go on, let's give them a clock. And I guess a brazier? Yeah, why not? We'll have a brazier there. Okay, so a bit of... a bit more entertainment, a bit more aesthetics in there. Right. I don't think we have enough explosives, although we do have a nice amount, to get this laid in. I think we're going to need probably at least double that. We're probably going to need around 200 explosives. Where are we? About 200 explosives, if not more, for this section. So I will wait until we've got a decent supply. It is going to take a while, but at least we've got a bad tide coming, which means that our bad water pumps can continue to supply us with bad water. So that's good. I mean, we do have a fair supply of bad water. Is it? Is it worth putting in another either centrifuge or explosives factory? It's a good question. I don't know the answer. Not just yet. I'll leave it for the moment, I think. Yeah. I mean, another explosives factory would be useful. No, we'll leave it for the moment. We'll leave it for the moment. Okay, well, it looks like we're on our last tubeway. So we're just waiting for the builders there. And then that should, in theory, sort of speed up transfer of goods from over here. Because they'll be able to jump in there and go all the way through to here. That's the hope, anyway. So I'll wait until they've finished that. Hopefully it'll be done today. There we go. Okay, so that's done. So our tubeway is connected between these 2 points now as well. That's good. Okay, so we now have a fairly decent sort of transportation network around the area. Are we going to be using this? We are using this. Good, yes. We're all coming straight out of there into there. That's good. All right. Okay. That should start paying for itself, essentially, pretty soon. Right, I'll spin on to the start of the bad tide then. We've got just over 2 days left. 20 days. Could be problematic, but we should be all right. We do have plenty of water over here. That should have switched over. It has excellent stuff. Yeah, we should have plenty of water in here to last us that 20-day cycle. Obviously, we've got the water in here. We've got some water in this. In fact, this is really quite full at the moment. I'm going to leave these switched off again, I think. No, you know what? I'm going to turn some of them on. Yeah, we'll have a couple of those on and just drain this slowly, just to keep us topped up. But yeah, otherwise we should be fine. Okay, how are we doing? We've got 83 explosives, not enough. 151 extract, better. Not great, but better. Again, we can continue pumping bad water from there because that will keep flowing, so that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, food-wise, absolutely fine. Definitely building up a stock of eggplant rations. We could do with upping our corn rations again. Maybe get some more storage in for corn rations somewhere. Ideally, we'd want large storage. Let's have a look. Where can we squeeze in some large storage? Just in there. Alright, and we'll have this for corn rations. So we'll have a larger potential supply of corn rations. Excellent stuff. And we should be able to actually build those supplies up because, you know, we're running pretty constantly on our food factories over here. We've got the one that we swap out occasionally between corn rations and eggplant rations. At the moment, it's focusing on eggplant rations to fill our additional storage. Once this is built, we'll swap it over to corn. Okay. Yeah, I think... Do we want to start laying in explosives? It's a bit more risky, but we'll put some in. Let's put in that lot there, and we'll put in a double on there and a double on there, because that'll bring that down to this level. Yeah, we'll get those done. Okay. Other than that, I'm just going to keep on keeping on for the moment. I do want to get more well-being on the go, but all of that requires either power or mud that we don't yet have. Let's get some detailers down here. One in there, and I guess one in there. You can be that one, and you can be that one. That's fine. We do have some extract well, we have storage for extract over here. We're not actually storing any yet because we don't have enough. So it does make me think another centrifuge might be worthwhile. 200 horsepower. I mean, we have enough on that circuit to cope. Yeah, go on. Let's get another one of those in. We've got the resources for it, I think. So we'll squeeze that in. We won't run that all the time. We'll just use that to boost our supplies when we need to. Alright. Okay, I will spin on. Halfway through the bad side then. 10 days left, we're on day 20. Everything's going fine. Plenty of water. Plenty of food. Like lots of food. This has dried out. So we have switched off these pumps. This is dried out. So we've switched off these pumps. This has, about a tile left, I think, again. Yeah, just over a tile left again. So that's on its way to draining. Over here, we've barely touched it. Yeah, still plenty of water left in this reservoir, which is lovely. In addition, we've got these explosives set up so we can deepen it even further. So let's start these. There we go, and the rest of them. Lovely stuff. Right, obviously that is going to drop the level of the water in our reservoir a little bit. Not a huge amount, oddly. Maybe by about a tile or so. That's all right. That's not terrible. Yeah, that should easily top up the next time we have water flowing in there. So that's good. Okay, over here, I've added in some bits and pieces. I've put in some showers there, and a back scratcher and another bust, just to boost this area a little bit. I've put in another scrap collector over here because we are getting through our scrap metal reasonably quickly. So we're obviously not collecting it fast enough. Over here, we're fairly close to getting rid of all of this ruin over here. Yeah, we've burned through our bad water supplies pretty quickly, but I've switched this centrifuge off over here for the moment. We have 167 extract in storage. Currently the only thing we're going to be using it for is the breeding pods and the detailers, so hopefully we'll be able to build up a stock with just the one centrifuge running. We're going to keep the explosives factory running as well, so we can build up another stock of those. I've replaced the corn over here with more kohlrabi because we have a fair amount of corn already, and it isn't all being harvested because we are close to being full in terms of storage. So I'll keep an eye on that in case we need to add some more, but I think for the moment we'll be okay. We're building up a stock of kohlrabis. Basically all the food that we're currently producing we have a stock of, which is excellent. Okay, yeah, so the only food we don't yet have is mangroves. And coffee technically, but that's not really a food, is it? Now we could, in theory, do something about mangroves. If we come in here and put some levees down here, we could allow some water into this area just to fill it up enough to plant mangroves in there. Not a bad idea. We could use this section here and either build up a levee wall around it or use explosives to sink an area of planting. Also not a bad idea. And we could do the same here, which is probably a slightly better idea. Because it would add to the hydration around this area. Ooh, decisions. But the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is get rid of this water pump. Because what I would like to do is actually use some of those explosives I'm going to lay in explosives on this little section here. Like so. So we're going to lower that. We'll have a bit more water stored in here, and we can put in... put in a water dump around here to draw from this slightly deeper area. It'll just give us a tiny bit more water in this little section. Okay. That's where we are. That's what we're doing. I'll spin on till the end of the bad tide. And there we go. The bad tide is over. We did absolutely fine. 2.9 thousand water, so we've dropped off a little bit of from maximum. Still plenty of food. And still plenty of raw food waiting to be processed. So hunger is not really an issue for us anymore, which is nice. Thirst probably isn't going to be much of an issue either, to be honest. We've... barely taken... what? 2 tiles out of there, and that includes getting rid of that lump of land over here. So what I'm going to do, we have a well-being of 23. We'll look at that in a second. I'm going to demolish these water pumps down here because we're not using them, basically. Seems rather silly. Okay, and the reason we might have had a boost to our well-being is that over here we have ourselves the first monument, the Labour Monument, or the Labourer Monument, which has given us a bit of a collection of smiley beavers, which is nice. So yeah, that's the first of our monuments. It was 1,000 science to unlock and 200 logs. The next one is 3,000 science, 300 planks, which we have, 50 metal blocks, which we have. So we could do that as well, honestly. I think if we're going to, we want to put it up here, don't we? Can we put it on the edge there and still hit those houses? Yeah, let's pop it there. There we go. Why not? So that's 2 of our monuments already done. Over here... Oh, I should probably swap this round, shouldn't I? Let's drop you down. There you go. And we'll bring you up. There we are. We'll put this on... we'll start it on 50. That's probably the best. Over here, I'm trying a thing. We've got... I've got rid of all of the water pumps from this little area, and we've opened up and squared off this little centre deeper section, and I've put in a forester so that we can plant up some mangroves down here. I've only set it to plant up half because obviously once they're planted we can actually strip back the planting and they'll then spread. I've got a couple of gatherer flags. My only issue is whether or not this is going to maintain water for long enough during a drought or bad tide. It probably won't. It will probably evaporate. So we might want to get a water dump in here. Yeah, I know. We might want one, though. Just to keep it topped up enough for mangroves to actually grow long enough to get into harvest. So we can actually build a stock of those as well. Well, there are the forester's already off planting up. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So the next step is going to be explosions all around here, isn't it? So to get this deepened up enough and widened enough, I'm going to need to replace these because obviously they're on land here. So I want to get rid of that and bring that down to this level as well. And then rebuild platforms for the water pumps. What we'll probably do is end up clearing out some space first, maybe this sort of section over here. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. So maybe sort of this block here. Then we can put in some more water pumps around this area on the full depth. Then destroy those, deepen this, and then maybe swap them around. We'll see what happens anyway. We can always string them off of this section of dam. Yeah, that's where we are, and that's where we'll leave it for this episode, I think. We are just waiting for 100 planks and for the builders, so that actually shouldn't take too much longer. It'll probably be done tomorrow. But yeah, we will leave it there for this episode. I think we're doing all right. Water-wise, we're all right. That reservoir has definitely eased our worries for the time being. Food-wise, we're doing great. We've got even a stock of kohlrabis now, so that's good. Yeah, we're doing all right. Let's open these up, and we'll end the episode with that. So thank you very much for watching. As usual, please do give us comments down below. I know there's a bunch of comments I haven't gotten round to responding to yet. I will do my best to do so in the next couple of days. But please do continue to leave comments. That's always appreciated. Almost always appreciated. Please do give us a like and a subscribe. If you've enjoyed it and you want to see more, please check out the other videos on my channel. And please join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.